Erste Kompanie, Achtung! Stillgestanden! Herr Hartmann? Erste Kompanie ist fertig.
Weitermachen. Over the last 9 months, Erste Kompanie has been engaged in several theaters of conflict, including Africa and the Ostfront. There have been an accumulation of awards and promotions over this time, which is why we're all here today. We will start off with promotions. I would just like to thank you all for your participation over the last several months. It's been an interesting transition period for us as a unit, going from early war and progressing through the war to where the point it is turning now, and seeing how everyone has been adapting to our various impressions, whether it be mechanized, light infantry, etc. You've all done extremely well, and I feel very privileged and lucky to still be able to be the Hauptmann, and I'm happy that all you guys can come along for this ride and enjoy it as well. Recruit Wiegmann, antreten.
Rekrut Wichmann meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzergrenadier. Congratulations, well done, Wiegmann. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Gerhard, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Gerhard meldet an.
You guys can come up closer to me, you know. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Congratulations, well done. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Meyer, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Meyer meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Okay, I have a citation here from Unteroffizier Obergefreiter. Panzergrenadier Meyer has proven that he is an experienced soldat and worthy of promotion as for the following reasons. He has shown exceptional skill in manning several positions within the Gruppe, including MG, Schießbecher, and Truppenführer. Furthermore, he has done an exceptional job during the Kuban campaign as Schütze, surviving ambushes and several assaults. In one of the ambushes, he kept calm and, showing personal initiative, rallied his Truppe while Gefreiter Fedit was unconscious, leading the troop in a retreat to the rest of the Gruppe, leading to no loss of life. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Congratulations, well done. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Kula, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Kohler, meldet an.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Congratulations, Kula. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Paulus, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Paulus meldet an.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Man, I can't believe you've been in the unit for a year already, Paulus. That's crazy. Well done. Congratulations.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Riegelmann, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Eagleman meldet an.
A citation here from your Gruppenführer. Panzergrenadier Riegelmann has proven himself and shown great leadership and initiative throughout his time in the unit. In January, he was appointed MG Hilfe, and a task he performed excellently, allowing Erste Gruppe MG to be a force to be reckoned with. This gave him his first taste of low-level leadership. He has also repeatedly volunteered for leadership positions in and out of campaigns where he conducted himself well, such as the Kokoda Trail mission, where he led Erste Gruppe, and the D-Day Airborne mission, where he also volunteered and led a Gruppe to success. He stepped up as Stelv during the Battle of Prokofka mission, where he assisted his Gruppenführer by leading the infantry during the mechanized assault and kept the Gruppe together when the Gruppenführer went down twice for long stretches during the defense. He has also shown initiative in bringing points of interest up in the Gruppe debriefs, eager to help his Gruppe succeed. Because of his consistent showing of these qualities, he has been chosen to take over leadership of the Rote Truppe within Erste Gruppe, and will be taking on this role once Erste Kompanie begins its preparation for its transfer to the Mais front. For these reasons, I would like to recommend him for promotion to Gefreiter. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreiter. Well done, Riegelmann.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Weitermachen. Panzer-Obergrenadier Schneider, antreten.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Schneider, meldet an.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Schneider is an outstanding member of the Gruppe. Not only has he performed his task of being Schütze mit Schießbecke with great skill, but he has also shown great comradeschaft with other members of his Gruppe, helping those in need of help, such as new recruiten. In the Kuban, he has shown initiative, once shooting a Soviet boatman and capturing his boat to save the beleaguered survivors of his Gruppe returning from the patrol of the northern bank of the river. He has repeatedly put himself in danger to help others. In the retreat of the raiding party, he saved 2 of his fellow soldaten, going twice into the swamps by the river under Maxim and rifle fire to carry their unconscious bodies away from harm, allowing them to survive the combat day. His skill with the Schießbecker was also shown as he instinctively fired 1 round onto a Maxim in the swamp that was firing on a group of wounded Erste soldaten, knocking out the position. This he did while much of the rest of the Gruppe was spread apart and in confusion. His actions, unprompted, no doubt, saved many lives. Finally, he has shown moral courage during his time in the unit, standing up for what is right, making sure that Erste Gruppe and the wider unit remain professional, even when it was not the easiest thing to do. For these reasons, I would like to recommend him for promotion to Gefreite. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreite. Well done, Schneider. I couldn't agree with all those points more.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Don't cry now.
No, I'm gonna.
Weitermachen. Panzer-Obergrenadier Stoss, antreten.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Stoss, meldet an.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreite. Well done, Stoss. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Neumann, antreten.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Neumann, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Neumann, this is a long time coming. You've been in various iterations of the unit for, well over 7 years now. It's been a pleasure gaming with you all these years. Thank you for all your hard work with screenshots, etc. that are used consistently across all of our unit's media. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreite. Well done, Neumann. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Weiss, antreten. Is your mic broken, Weiss? Yes. Okay. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzer-Obergrenadier. Congratulations, well done, Weiss. Weitermachen. For those of you that don't know, the standard for promotion that we're running with is a year active within the unit. That means consistently active, not allowed for long periods of time. Is a promotion to Panzer Obergrenadier. 2 years active within the unit means a promotion to Gefreiter. 3 years active with some other little details in there means promotion to Obergefreiter. If a soldat is promoted ahead of that time meritoriously, then a citation is accompanying it. Panzergrenadier Hall, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Hall meldet an.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Congratulations. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Krüger, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Krüger meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Have you really been in the unit for a year? Damn. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Happy to have you, Krüger. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Time flies when you're on the Ostfront, I suppose. Panzergrenadier Bergmann, antreten.
Panzergrenadier Bergman meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Due to the unfortunate loss of Obergefreiter Greiser, Zweite Gruppe found itself without a stellvertretender Gruppenführer. As a result, quick measures and overall group reorganization had to be made. Panzergrenadier Bergman was chosen to replace Greiser. Bergman fit his predecessor's shoes without any problem, and he was assigned to Zweite Gruppe earlier this year, and served as MG Schütze prior to his appointment to Stelv, excelling in this area as well. He was integral in many crucial engagements and actions we partook this year. He is an active member both in-game and out-of-game, willing to improve and learn on new things, participating in courses, successfully finishing them, and helping with administrative tasks on a weekly basis. In his short time as Stelv, he proved to be a promising combat leader, showing exemplary organization and leadership qualities. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreiter. Well done stepping into the Stelv role, Bergman. It's been a pleasure to see. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Volker, antreten. Is he not here today?
Not here, Herr Hauptmann.
Okay. Gefreiter Fennet, antreten.
Gefreiter Fennet, melde aan, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Fennet has made himself an incredibly valuable member of the Gruppe in his time since he stepped up as Stelv of Erste Gruppe. Whilst he has done this role, he has consistently been of great help to his Gruppenführer on campaign days. He also led the Rote Truppe of Erste Gruppe, where he has led multiple assaults on enemy positions. He has shown great initiative and skill on many occasions. In the Rückzug from Widerstandsnest Gotha, he carried away his unconscious Gruppenführer from the attacking Soviet forces and rallied Erste Gruppe, making sure cohesion and organization was maintained in the retreat. Because of his actions, Erste Gruppe's casualties were considerably minimal when compared to the rest of the company. Gefreiter Fennet has also led and taken many Aufklärungs throughout the Kuban campaign into the swamps. One example of this was during the first crossing of the river, where he not only led small patrols with Rote Truppe into the reeds, but also showed great courage when he personally charged forward through the reeds in an attempt to engage a Soviet soldier who was throwing grenades at Erste Gruppe, greatly putting himself at risk, but undoubtedly saving lives of many in his Gruppe. For these reasons, I would like to recommend him for promotion to Obergefreiter. Im Namen des Führers an Obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreiter. Congratulations, Fennet. You're almost back where you were.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Klein, antreten.
Gefreiter Klein, meldet aan, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Klein, after taking over as Dritte Gruppe's Gruppenführer mid-campaign, has plunged into the role with enthusiasm and diligence. Tasked with leading the Gruppe through some of the roughest terrain we've faced, he held his Gruppe together and performed admirably on the field of battle. Outside of combat, Klein has taken an active interest in the responsibilities of a Gruppenführer and has been open to bettering himself in that role. Pushing his Gruppe to succeed, Gefreiter Klein has worked to train and prepare his Gruppe for future campaigns and is ready for his Gruppe, or has made his Gruppe adaptable in numerous combat situations. As such, he has earned his right of enrollment into the Unteroffizier-Anwärterschule. So, well done, Klein. You've been appointed to the Unteroffizier-Anwärterschule, which means you just add the UA to the beginning of your tag. Well done and weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Obergefreiter Beck, antreten.
Gefreiter Beck, meldet aan, Herr Hauptmann.
Obergefreiter Beck has, over the past year, taken on the role of Company Funkschubführer and Company Funker in the absence of Unteroffizier Fuchs. In this role, Obergefreiter Beck has excelled in his duties and gone above and beyond. Among his achievements in this role, he has kept communications with all subordinate and higher units in a calm and refined manner in combat. Additionally, he has done great work in creating a refined Funker course and training new upcoming Funkers as Sprechfunkers, etc. Furthermore, Obergefreiter Beck has established, along with Vierte Zug, a reliable method of call for fire with the new LEIG assets. now at the company's disposal to ensure its effective use in achieving the goals of the company. Along with his duties as Funker, Obergefreiter Beck has also professionalized the organization of administrative duties and filings along with Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann. Obergefreiter Beck has been responsible for the creation of the new core system, Soldbücher, unit Orbats, and even more. Obergefreiter Beck's commitment to his professionalism of arms and the expertise at which he conducts his role highlights his immense capability in service to Erste Kompanie. It is for these accolades and dedicated service that I, Unteroffizier Vollmann, recommends Obergefreiter Beck be considered for promotion to the rank of Unteroffizier. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Unteroffizier.
Danke, Herr
Well
Hauptmann.
done, Beck. Well deserved. Weitermachen. Unteroffizier Anwärter Obergefreiter Reiter antreten.
Unteroffizier Anwärter Obergefreiter Reiter meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
And that is the last time you and I are going to have to say that.
Thank God.
Unteroffizier Anwärter Obergefreiter Reiter is a model Unteroffizier candidate. With his Gruppe, he has inspired professionalism, responsibility, and a spirit of corps that rivals any other element in the unit. From a leadership standpoint, Obergefreiter Reiter has on numerous occasions proved his skill as a combat leader, be it keeping his Gruppe together in the swamps of Kuban or in an armored assault over the African desert. Taking part in several campaigns in both mechanized and infantry capacity, Obergefreiter Reiter has displayed exemplary proficiency in unit tactics and an unwavering ability to press the attack even when the odds are against his Gruppe. On each occasion, the Obergefreiter has shown his ability to adapt to new situations and learn on the fly as both a leader and a soldier. Having proven himself as an Unteroffizier Anwärter over the past year, he has unequivocally earned a promotion to Unteroffizier. That is from Feldwebelberg. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Unteroffizier. Very well deserved, Reiter. It's been awesome to see you evolve and grow since you've joined the unit.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Weitermachen. Unteroffizier Vollmann antreten.
Unteroffizier Vollmann meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Alright, Unteroffizier, since stepping into your role as company troop Führer, which you initially thought was a driver job, I guess it initially was a driver job, I've seen you evolve into an exceptional company troop Führer. You always have your mind racing for all the small intricacies that are going on in the combat area, which alleviates the command element to be free to be focusing on the bigger picture. It's an extremely invaluable role within the unit, and as such deserves the rank fitting of the position. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Feldwebel. Well done, Bowman. You've been at this for a lot of years. Keep it up. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Yes, the cherry on top of the promotions. Feldwebelberg antreten.
Feldwebelberg, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Now, Feldwebelberg has stepped into the role of Erste Zugführer after Lieutenant Strauss decided he wanted to step back and focus on other things. I know we were all extremely fond of Lieutenant Strauss and his abilities and capabilities. I don't think anyone will have a differing opinion in that Feldwebelberg stepped into his shoes with determination and professionalism, and he has most definitely upheld the role, the most integral role within the unit that is Erste Zugführer, as it is the main manpower portion of our unit. For these reasons, Berg, I think it is befitting to admit you into the Offizierbewerberschule. So, im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Fähnrich. Congratulations, well done, Fähnrich, and weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Okay, on to the awards. For the Verwundeten Abzeichen in Schwarz, I'll just read off the list. You do not need to come off, as well as the Infantry Sturmabzeichen in Bronze. You don't need to come up for. So, awarded the Infantry Sturmabzeichen im Bronze, Gefreiter Riegelmann, Panzer-Obergrenadier Kohler, Panzer-Obergrenadier Gerhardt, Panzergrenadier Stahl, Gefreiter Bergmann, Panzer-Obergrenadier Hohl, Panzergrenadier Kesselhut, and Panzergrenadier Jochmann. Gefreiter Kornpropst, Panzergrenadier Brandt, and Panzergrenadier Hauser. Well done, all of you. Awarded the Verwundeten Abzeichen im Schwarz, Gefreiter Reiser, Gefreiter Riegelmann, Panzer-Obergrenadier Kohler, Panzer-Obergrenadier Gerhardt, Panzer-Obergrenadier Meyer, Gefreiter Stoss, Gefreiter Bergmann, Panzer-Obergrenadier Hohl, Panzer-Obergrenadier Kruger, Panzergrenadier Jochmann, and Panzergrenadier Brandt and Panzergrenadier Hauser. So the Verwundeten Abzeichen im Schwarz is a soldat that is wounded, knocked unconscious, and would have died if they did not otherwise receive medical attention. They were resuscitated, and they still survived that combat day. The Infantry Sturmabzeichen im Bronze is awarded for taking part in and surviving 3 infantry assaults within a campaign period. Gefreiter Reiser antreten.
Gefreiter Reiser meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Ever since Confederation's appointment to Faha in the First Africa Campaign, he has shown extreme proficiency and skill in his driving ability. He takes directions and orders well, and has gotten Erste Gruppe through many hair-raising situations safely and expeditiously as possible. So, for these reasons, I nominate him for the Kraftfahrt-Bewährungsabzeichen in Bronze. Congratulations, well done, Reiser. Second driver's badge of the unit. Sorry, Beck. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzerobergrenadier Kohler, antreten. On the 6th of November, 1942, when Erste Kompanie took part in a nighttime retreat behind enemy lines, his group approached a British military base. Though initially undiscovered, they were soon spotted and came under concentrated heavy artillery fire. Then Panzergrenadier Kohler did not only support the effort to repel the enemy infantry, which had suddenly surrounded the Gruppe, using his LMG, but also took sole responsibility in reviving his downed Gruppenführer, saving his life. He also rallied the remaining elements of the Gruppe, which had become separated, allowing the Gruppe to regroup and reorganize, retreating from the vulnerable position with only minimal casualties. In addition to this action, in September 1943, when part of the 79th Infantry Division in the Kuban, then Panzergrenadier Kohler took part in a bloody withdrawal with the surviving remnants of Erste Kompanie. Using his MG, he was able to suppress and hold back the incoming Russian platoon of the 5th Guard Division, and guaranteeing the safety of the surviving elements of Erste Kompanie. For these actions, along with his consistent professionalism and expertise as the Erste Gruppe MG-Schütze, his Gruppenführer, Obergefreiter Reiter, would like to recommend him be awarded the Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Kohler. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzerobergrenadier Gerhard, antreten.
Panzerobergrenadier Gerhard, meldet an.
On the 12th of July 1943, when Erste Kompanie, as part of the 2nd SS Das Reich Division, took part in the Battle of Prokhorovka, Erste Gruppe found itself on the far left flank of the company. Here it found itself attacked by waves of infantry and armor. During these attacks, then Panzergrenadier Gerhard exceeded himself in the role of Hilfskrankenträger When casualties started to mount, he was quick in triaging the wounded and providing essential aid. Because of this, he became instrumental to keeping Erste Gruppe alive and kept his fellow soldaten in the fight. This job became even more difficult as the Krankenträger who he would be helping was killed. It was then Panzergrenadier Gerhardt's courage, under fire, and determination to do his job throughout the entire engagement of Prokhorovka, which made his Gruppenführer Obergefreiter Reiter recommend him be awarded the Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Gerhardt. That was an excellent mission when you were Hilfskrankentrager. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Nothing more confidence boosting when you have German members of the unit messaging you during this saying you're saying shit fucked up. Thank you, Panzergrenadier Schulz.
My pleasure, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Stoss, antreten.
Gefreiter Stoss, meldet an.
As many people will know, Panzer Obergrenadier Stoss has dedicated large amounts of his free time to the unit with modding and helping maintain the server. One example of his work can be seen with the implementation of the whitelist system to get rid of cheating. Within Erste Gruppe, he has done an excellent job leading Blau Troop since January, where he has constantly shown his leadership abilities, showing coolness under fire. One such example of this can be seen with the raid across the river. During this, he acted as Stelv once his Gruppenführer was killed early on in the fighting, and after being wounded himself, he led the surviving members of Erste Gruppe to safety without the support of the rest of the company. He was the only member of Erste Kompanie to survive the entirety of the Kuban campaign, managing to use his initiative to evade capture by the 5th Guards and escape onto the surrounding countryside. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse und the Kuban Shield. Well done, Stoss. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Still no idea how you evaded capture in that last mission. Panzer-Obergrenadier Kruger, antreten.
Panzer-Obergrenadier Kruger meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
With the entire Kuban front line crumbling apart, the weakened Erste Kompanie desperately held the positions of Widerstandsnest Gotha in order to delay the Russians for as long as possible. Enemy strikes in full force against Widerstandsnest on the eastern flank. Gruppe Klein spread thin. Gruppe Klein spread thin, rushing to counter this threat as one force. With the full combat raging on, Panzergrenadier Kruger fired his Schießbecker rounds, one after another, severely blunting the Russian attacks and slowing them down. At this time, the wounded and vital supplies were evacuated from the west of the Widerstandsnest thanks to Kruger's actions. With most of the company evacuating and moving, Gruppe Klein ambushed the trenches and attempts to fall back westwards in Adagum's direction. Panzergrenadier Kruger fought on with others, still firing his Schießbecker rounds, doing further damage to the enemies. As a result, most of Gruppe Klein survived the Russian onslaught and made their way back to friendly lines west of Adagum, with the use of hand signals. Doing so despite determined Russian pursuers closing in more and more. Panzergrenadier Kruger continued his heroic actions. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz zweite Klasse. Congratulations, well done, Kruger. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Oh yeah, there is one thing on a random page on the document here that we forgot to do. Panzerobergrenadier Piper, antreten.
Panzerobergrenadier Piper, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Piper, I just want to thank you on behalf of the whole company for being yet another person that is sacrificing their in-game time to contribute as a game master in the campaign team and Gefechtstross. You've been a really good asset in terms of immersion and all the smaller tasks that the Hauptfeldwebel, Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann, and Unterfeldwebel Erdmann can't fulfill while they're busy Zeusing. So I think this is more than warranted. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Gefreiter. Well done, Piper. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Weber, antreten.
Gefreiter Weber, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
So I have a real piece of scripture here from for this recommendation from Sanitätsgeheite Egghardt. With the entire company retreating from El Alamein under enemy fire, Geheite Weber risked his own life to evacuate an injured soldat from a burning vehicle, thus saving his life. Furthermore, while being isolated from the entire company in a Kampfgruppe led by Unterhaft, Geheite Weber evaded enemy machine gun fire and enemy infantry patrols, whilst transporting an unconscious soldat back to the safety of friendly trenches. In addition to this, Weber, I've seen you step up and achieve some incredible things as Sani. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes-Kreuz zweite Klasse. Well done, Weber. Keep up the good work.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Geheite Hoffmann, antreten.
Gefight Hoffman, Hauptmann.
On Sunday, July 19th, 1943, Dritte Company of Grenadier Regiment 208 was preparing to evacuate Widerstandsnest Gotha of the Gothic Head on the Kuban bridgehead. During such movements, Soviet squads constantly pressured and attempted to encircle and destroy the company and their southern evacuation towards the main road in the area. With most of the company evacuated out of the forest area that surrounded Widerstandsnest Gotha, the only elements left to evacuate were the vehicles of Dritte Company, Stugabteilung 249. With Soviets approaching close to the southern forest edge on Stugabteilung 249, it was of the utmost importance to get anything possible out and leave anything that required extra attention behind. One Sturmgeschütz was left tracked and another abandoned after a collision that could not be moved. Under heavy enemy fire, the crew was forced to retreat from the Stugs. Under Unteroffizier Wollmann, Unteroffizier Netto, and Gefreiter Hoffmann stayed behind, while the remainder of the Stugabteilung and assisting infantrymen left the forest and headed south. Unteroffizier Netto recommended that the group head back and attempt to repair the Stug, but a Zug level of Soviet infantry began firing upon the three, causing them to seek cover and split up. Unteroffizier Wollmann gathered a few remaining infantry to cover Unteroffizier Netto while he recovered the first Stug, and the remainder of them retreated out of the forest. Unable to locate Gefreiter Hoffmann, the Unteroffizier decided to retreat with what equipment had been recovered and write the disabled Stug off as a loss. During this time, Gefreiter Hoffmann was wounded several times by fire, but managed to evade the enemy, and instead of retreating with the Unteroffizier, took it upon himself to get the damaged Stug back on his own. Crawling along through the underbrush, Gefreiter Hoffmann managed to avoid multiple groupings of Soviet infantry, as well as NKVD officers looking for wounded soldiers to execute. With Soviets within mere meters of the damaged Stug, Gefreiter Hoffmann crawled up to the damaged vehicle and is able to quietly replace the track, all while bleeding from multiple avulsions in his chest and arms. Gefreiter Hoffmann then entered into the Stug and drove it through enemy lines, avoiding Molotov cocktails and small arms fire, with Soviet infantry within reach of his Stug. Gefreiter Hoffmann then drove out of the forest and reconnected with Unteroffizier Netto and Unteroffizier Wollmann, where the three then rejoined the company, having successfully recovered all Stugs. It is for these valorous actions that Unteroffizier Wollmann, Unteroffizier Netto, and Obergefreiter Kriedelheim recommend Gefreiter Klaus Hoffmann be awarded the Eisernes Kreuz Erste Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz Erste Klasse. Very well done, Hoffmann. You've always been the type to be first into the breach, and it shows. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Hauptmann.
I do believe that's it. If I'm missing anything, please message me real quick. Okay. Just to repeat what I said at the before the parade, it's been an excellent several months for the unit. Really happy with the progress. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of personnel shuffling, but we're all still here and we're all still doing what we do. And you know, it's a privilege that we get to do this thing with each other. It's not an experience that is offered anywhere else in the world or in any other units. It is quite an exclusive thing. So thank you again. Fenrik Berg, antreten.
Fenrik Berg, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
You are free to dismiss the company. If you would like to say any words to them as well, please feel free. Everyone who got promoted, before the fun mission starts, I want you to disconnect and put on your correct tags. You guys earned that shit, so do that before we step off on the fun mission. Weitermachen, Fenrik.
Jawohl, Herr Hauptmann. Alright. Erste Kompanie, congratulations to everyone who got promoted today, everyone who got awards. It's all very well earned. Everyone who stepped in and took a new position owing to the changes that were made later on. I will kill you if you don't shut your mic up right now. God damn it. Everyone who got awards, everyone who stepped in and basically took over leadership roles and who has been showing increasing responsibility as we've done more and more complicated stuff going forward. I look forward to getting into the Muse campaign where we'll be in Gepanzert. That's going to shift us up pretty significantly as we go back to being mechanized armored infantry. So I look forward to going forward in the future and, you know, training with everybody and getting ready for our next campaign. Congratulations everybody, and Panzergrenadiere! Congratulations, Erste Kompanie. Wegtreten.